it in the butt, where people are just kind of looking. They want to find identity. Like, what are you like? Where do you identify as? Are you committable? Do you commit? These are things that are warranted.
I mean, he does commit
in the searching process.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen him
have
commit
no
to
problem
a Shabbos
committing.
like on a Tuesday.
I've committed to Shabbos on a Tuesday. I've committed to marriage. I've gone out with girls on a first date, and I'm like, you know what? I can marry her.
Yes.
Whenever I've thought that on the first date, it's always been like a hot no from them. But I've thought that, and that means something.
That's
I think.
commitment.
Yeah. I'm not telling you who. Sorry, and if you call me afterwards, I'm not telling you.
We're going to tell you, Avery. What do you think this gentleman's alluding to?
Well, one thing I would argue about is you said that a resume. Tell me if I'm wrong. A resume is something that you are using to identify yourself as within a community, and I would disagree with that. For the majority of people who use resumes, they're relying on a parent, a friend, a rebbe, mentor, somebody within their little worldview as an advisory board to tell you what you are most of the time. The older singles generally don't, from what I've seen, aren't using a resume, a standard resume platform, naming their parents, naming their rebbe from 11th grade who has nothing to do with them anymore, naming their friend who's married and has 2 kids, doesn't really know them anymore. I would think it's the opposite for people in the older single world. In the younger world, yeah, I agree with you.
But let's say there's a couple strategic decisions that you could make on a resume, right? You could focus, you could discuss, if you went to Yeshivish elementary school, you're putting it on if you think you're Yeshivish. If you don't think you're Yeshivish, but you went to Yeshivish elementary school, most probably you're going to leave it off, or you give like the cool name of the school, right? You might put your education heavier if you consider yourself more modern. You might put your yeshiva up front. You might put, let's say, 4 rabbeim if you're more yeshivish. If you're less yeshivish, you'll put in maybe 1 or 0.
Yeah, that's.
I guess it's
It's
I've just
strategic.
seen so many
And
people it is.
I could take my own resume and I can make it more modern or more yeshivish.
At this point, he's putting on organizers of camping trips.
And you should put the picture of you with
That's a good point.
On.
See, people think like sometimes Shadchanim will tell me you're encroaching on their personal background with this perceptive point out and this one, and I'm like, no, this is you're really being able to understand and ascertain who this person is or was.
I
right?
thought you
so
don't
you're right. 5 rabbis. You get a really good read.
I thought you don't talk to
this guy.
Shadchanim anymore.
Dreams.
Dreams. I'm saying back in the day. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day
I
when I
just
was
tell
more
you-
involved.
let me
What
add
about you,
something, by
Jay?
the way.
What's the deal with you?
It's interesting. I mean, some people when they send you an idea, they're pushing all the wrong buttons. Like you're 22. Like I got recently from someone. They're like, oh wow, like their family, they knew yours for generations. I'm like, okay, it's great. Or it's like, oh, let me tell you, like your parents and theirs will really get along. Or like, oh, and she plays guitar, so I thought it's a nice idea. I've got that so many times. I'm like, I don't care how musical she is. That's a bonus. No, but like,
Can we just agree, like, when they call you up and
Yeah.
tell you, like, oh, this is why I'm like, forget it. I
In all
tell them, look, I
seriousness-
slap them around, smack. Like the Will Smith did in that movie,
Right.
Hitch. I smacked him. Smack
that's what
Kevin
you
James.
say when it comes to smacking
Smack,
a Will
smack.
Smith. The movie.
Yeah, I know
The
that
movie, huh?
The movie, not the Oscar. Literally smacks Albert.
No, I'll tell you.
So then I
yeah.
tell him, I'm like, just don't even.
I
don't
think
know.
I think it's fair. I know we all say how like, oh, we don't want to judge and stereotype. I think it's not fully accurate. I think at the end of the day, how people dress and act very often is telling of who they are. Mm-hmm. I can give examples. We all know the examples. A person who acts and dresses a certain way will be more or less from 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times than the other
for
way.
sure.
As much as you have that guy who won't dress the part, act the part, and might be just as firm. So I get why people stereotype. But at the same time, so much of that becomes, I think, meaningless at this point. As opposed to when you're 22, 23, if that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like,
But
now,
this is just based off of looking at the resume, like the most
well, here's the question.
superficial.
I don't want to go as
form.
off as just a question. I don't want to go crazy off here, but do you even want to hear about a girl before you see a resume and a picture?
Oh, and yeah, no way.
No way, right?
No
I
way.
guess to that point,
and I'm
like-
proud to say it.
Right. Some people, they want to
I
give you the
need
whole
a picture.
explanation.
I need a little look.
Send me the
Oh,
resume,
God, yes.
send me the picture,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
if I'm
totally.
interested, we'll discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the 5
Those
minute
are the
speech.
people that I have a bridge to sell you. Okay, the bridge is it's a big bridge, and I can't show you the bridge, but
I didn't know we were in Russia.
Wait, you don't have an issue?
well, it's usually Russians.
Let's hear a
Yeah.
description of a girl. Wonderful girl. I'm telling you, great girl. Great personality. Not too loud though. It's like I really think you'll get along with her. From in like a good way. She wouldn't be pushy. She's not like forcing you to go to minyan, but like she's really like to her core, like spiritual and from. Good girl. What else could I tell you about her? Like she was very involved with GO in high school. Not that like that's all she does, but she just like really involved. I
love that.
Everyone likes her. She gets along with everyone. I remember I saw her the other week and like she waved to me from across the street. Really like a fine girl, but with it like you don't hop. Like she's with it.
You forgot one
Understand
thing.
what I'm saying? She's with it and she gets it.
Yosef,
She really gets it.
you forgot one thing. And the picture doesn't do her justice.
It really
yes.
doesn't. It really
Okay,
doesn't.
Avery, are you interested in meeting this young lady?
In a brothel. That's
Whoa,
about it.
can't be
Not
more
anywhere
honest
else.
than
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it. He's
why-
interested in meeting her at least. At
But
least
why do you
This guy
accept?
goes to the West
Let me
Side
ask you,
for 6 months and look what
Yosef,
happens.
let me ask you,
I
why
know,
do you
but I
accept these people
So
who
we
don't know
what
you?
we're saying is
You just said you did. You
resume,
said you got
pick, but also going back to
Yeah,
the resume.
Avery's saying,
and
like, why do you allow
why are
this
you
to
allowing
impinge?
these people who don't know you from a hole in the wall, who haven't spent an hour with you, or even a
So-
10-minute phone call to get to know who you
So my
are?
background, to answer your question, my background is in sociology. It's my undergrad. And I love the study of human behavior.
Yeah.
And so most of Shidduchim is just studying people, not really going anywhere. I'm like, wow, what
He's doing it for the
what a
call.
fascinating, terrible call. But like when I write my book,